parents were actors. They met in LA, and I like to say they moved north to star in the tragedy of their marriage. So it was a bit of a rough time, and my relationship with my dad, not a super fan of the dude.
Welcome to another episode of the YouGrind podcast. I have here.
Coulter McShane.
And who are you?
I think of myself as a late bloomer. I work as like a film grip, and you're catching me in that moment where I'm getting out from behind the camera and kind of getting in front of it. So I'm getting into acting, voice acting. We'll see if we can get some change from making a living, getting other people in the spotlight to standing in it. That kind of fun thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Voice acting.
Yeah.
Your voice is pretty smooth.
I appreciate that. I'm hoping that there's a little money in it. There, AI and stuff. I don't know if you've actually looked into any of that stuff, voice acting work yourself. There's so many things out there right now where people are going for $30, I'll pay you I'll pay you $300 to have your entire voice acting career. It's show up, record your voice, and then an AI is going to use it from now on, so they'll never need to hire you again. It's
right.
It just doesn't make sense.
I heard about that, but I'm for AI. I like AI.
AI is great.
But that doesn't mean I want it to own me for the rest of my life.
Certainly.
Because you just gave, AI has your voice forever. You got $300.
Yes. Yeah. It's hard to know where to land on it. I feel like it's hard to, I use it constantly. I think it's just one of those things.
What do you use it for?
Oh, therapist in a pocket, I think, right? Okay. Or, cooking, right. Just anything where it's so much easier. Fixing your car,
right.
It is that external brain. It's so much easier to get step-by-step instructions for your problem rather than I'm going to check a 20-minute YouTube video for 45 seconds that matter for me, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So there's no fighting the utility of it, but it feels weird to be going I feel like I'm showing up at the end of the era and going I've decided to be a cowboy just as they've all gone extinct or whatever, right? So, But
backing it up yes. Because you are handsome, you have a voice, and you're clearly talented.
Oh.
But where'd you grow up at? What was your childhood like?
Oh, sure.
Take me back to that.
Yeah. So I grew up in a little town, Oroville, actually. I don't know if you know it. It's an ex-mining town in Butte County.
Ex-mine?
Mining town, I think. It was
near Chico, right?
Yeah, it was Chico was the big city for us. So it was a downtown that was dying, and if you wanted to grow up to be anything, you'd be working at the Walmart, the casino, or the hospital, and it was just it was pretty grim. A lot of fun little stores where people have a great idea would pop up in downtown and die in a year, and you see their life savings go out, and it's that's not the most encouraging thing. And I grew up to the acting thing is kind of funny. It's in a way has always been there. Both my parents were actors. They met in LA, and I like to say they moved north to star in the tragedy of their marriage. So it was a bit of a rough time, and my relationship with my dad, not a super fan of the dude. So for a lot of my life, I was definitely not going to be an actor, don't want to be anything like this dude. So that was always an off limits thing for me internally. It wasn't people were talking about in the house about acting, but I just had this understanding.
So you grew up hating your dad?
Basically, yeah. I think I had good reason. It's he was that type of dude that just so he thought he looked like me, mm-hmm. But he was a lot more confident about it. He was really sure of himself. So he knew he had a shot right in Hollywood, and he ended up marrying my mom and then blaming her for taking that shot away because how can he raise kids and do this thing? Mm-hmm. And I know this is opening with some really big stuff right away, but whatever. I'm an open book. I like to be read.
I've had people cry
okay.
on here.
Well, I appreciate you helping set the tone on that because I don't want to be going oh yeah, we're supposed to be still kind of in the softball stuff, and I'm here's everything.
This is your podcast. This is your grind, and I'm just here to listen to you.
I dig it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was. He basically just became a boogeyman for me growing up, and a great sort of opposite of a North Star. He was like, let's be everything that guy's not. So I wasn't going to be the guy in front who's like getting all the attention. I was going to be the dude who's like hustling behind the camera. We see you, Noah, and like trying to like put in the sweat equity, you know, earn it. And of course, LA was like the hellscape in my, you know, it's like a human pyramid and you're going to be at the bottom, all that kind of stuff, right? So even despite that,
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have an older sister. She's off in North Dakota right now with her kids. So I just helped her move that way actually recently. Not involved in film. Her.
So you're the youngest.
I am by a year.
Okay. All right. So you're the baby.
Yeah,
The brat.
I get a little bit of that little brother energy, I think. So.
And so, okay, I want to dive a little
let's
deeper
dissect
into
it, yeah.
into your father. So, what is it exactly that you did not like about him, aside from him blaming your mom for taking away his opportunity, which is really big. I mean, that's really big. But what exactly did he do to you personally to be like?
Well, that's fair. That's it. I will say that the blaming thing was pretty big in the sense that it manifests physically. So like it was an every night thing. I'd hear him outside the door. They'd have the same arguments, screaming matches, and I remember my mom saying something like, "I don't know what I could say to you to make you like do anything different. So you win, you know." And it wouldn't matter. It would just turn to this like hours long thing. So like just a terrifying person. And then to me specifically, you know, I grew up with a lot more weight on than I have now, and a real sense that I was like not masculine enough for my dad. I was silly. I'd make jokes. I'd like make my friends laugh, and I remember like his main interaction with me, aside from just like disappearing off into some spooky basement or like into the shed where he would like keep rattlesnake skins on the wall and rusty saw blades so that you could just know he's a scary person. I don't know. It feels like he was like, it's almost like he had all the stage dressing for being like a spooky dude. But he would every so often he would try to like take me out to do something bonding, like boxing or golfing or fishing or this kind of thing. And we would try, like, I don't know. He would take me once. I always internalized it as that he would be embarrassed by me in some fashion, and then he would like leave me with whoever he'd brought as a friend and go off and do the thing on his own, and then he'd never take me again. And so it was like, you learn, okay, this guy doesn't actually want to like know me or have anything to do with me, and then you start going, is it something with me? So he was a big source of like my style of something's wrong, fundamentally wrong with me. That really made me like bottle up for most of my life too.
I definitely understand how that feels, where you feel like nothing you do is ever good enough for them. And I could definitely make a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So I myself have daddy issues.
I was curious. So that's with your father?
Yes, same. I didn't feel like I was ever good enough.
Yeah.
But I don't want to dive into that because that is trauma that I don't want to bond over.
All right, that's the drama alert.
Do you believe in aliens?
I guess I have a friend who believes in it enough for me, so he covers both of us for it.
Really?
I mean, I like broadly speaking, we can subscribe to any of the models of like probability about it. I guess I kind of leave it as an outside context problem for now, and where it's like until it becomes something that they're like, oh, they're in LA or something like. It's not affecting my life enough that I'm going to start doing something with it. I know that's maybe a little lazy intellectually to do, but how about yourself?
But you believe?
I would say that I'm more of a fan of the idea that there's that there's something alive out in the universe than that they are showing up in the saucers and doing stuff here.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, you've got a different take.
No, I believe.
Okay,
100%.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, sure. So, is there something specific? I feel like we were kind of moving into a space.
I feel they're among us.
Elon
Musk is one of them.
Well, he certainly behaves that way.
Yeah. So, I need to see it to believe it, but I know they're out there, and I want to go investigate. But Maybe later on in life.
Is that going to be a second channel alongside YouGrind?
No, it's going to be part of this.
Okay, great.
I think we deserve to know. We deserve to know the truth.
Sure. Yeah. And it's fair that in an age of misinformation, we need to get it firsthand. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
I appreciate that. What kicked you off onto starting this, by the way?
The podcast? Well, if you see behind you, I have a whole bunch of signatures. It's just a community I want to build. I have a hard time talking to people in real life. So I feel like the podcast is my home, and I just get to talk to people.
Oh, I love that.
I use it as an excuse to talk to people.
It's difficult sometimes, isn't it? Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. And some of it's like you're supposed to be polite. You don't want to the interesting stuff is always you have to get your hooks in a little bit more. And I've always felt like I get that. I'm going to be polite and just keep it surface level because they don't want to know any of the stuff that's deeper. But then you don't get to do the fun stuff like this. So I appreciate it's kind of the thing. I love that you're doing the thing that is I want to have get-togethers. I want to have the type of occasion where somebody's bringing cookies. I'm going to bring the cookies. I'm going to arrange the get-together because ultimately somebody has to do it if you want the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's also often a thankless position. So I want to thank you for pulling this together. It's fun.
You're welcome. But I want the real you. I don't want the cookie cutter you. I want the real you. So tell me about a time in your career, in your life, that you faced a real big struggle.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, getting into the business in the Bay was a pretty harrowing time. You show up on sets that corporations are paying quite a big budget for these things. They're really perfectionist about this, and you're I don't know. I worked in film stuff locally at a small scale in Chico. I ran the community access TV station. I'd take a DSLR and run around and do these mini documentaries and stuff. But you step onto a set proper, it's a different thing, and the stakes are different. So I going telling myself, okay, just pretend you know nothing and everybody else is correct, about whatever it is, because you don't know the rules. And I would go around and get a lot of this stuff of telling me do it this way, and if you do it that way, your career is over. And I just moved here specifically on the word of the people who were telling me these sort of warnings. I'd moved to the Bay because they'd hey, come on in and move here, and I'm okay, that sounds like a compliment, but not good financial advice. Eventually I did. And then they're okay, now here's the 3 or 4 different ways this week you could just end your career and you're upset your whole financial boat. And that honestly put me into a position where I wasn't comfortable taking any real ownership of my own decisions in a workspace for a really long time. It just became I'm going to put my head down, carry the heavy stuff, earn my keep in that sort of sense. But if you want to move up, or if you want to honestly take a little more pride in what you're doing in that space, it's important to grant yourself the fact that your own perspective has actual value and not just subordinate. Which I know that's not the truth. I do have if you want a story of an anecdote where some shit went kind of crazy, I can give you that one.
Give me that one.
Yeah, for sure. I did a job where I was heading to Arizona, bring a truckload of about $1 million worth of equipment, camera equipment down, 15-hour drive from the Bay down to Arizona. There's this big what is it called? They have this massive concrete car production facility that they haven't put anything into yet. It's under construction, that we're going to be filming in, doing a bunch of stunts. There's 5-car fleet that's doing these big turns, and we're going to catch them with a zip line camera and drones and massive lights that we're building inside, and 70-man crew, 2 weeks long. It's a big production, and I've got all the camera gear, so everybody's booked, everybody's waiting down there. I got to bring the gear, and we're good. So I do the drive over 2 days. Get to Arizona, see the lot. It's this, it's really long. It's all dusty. It's got this really powdery dust. The entire length of it is this just on either side of this big concrete building. And my instructions are to take a right. There's a chain link fence. There's a hole in the chain link fence. You take a right and you follow the road all the way to the end, and there'll be a gate, and you go in the gate. That's where I need to take the truck. So I'm driving in, and it's I've never really been to Arizona before, so I'm assuming it's going to be all dry. But there's storm clouds rolling in, and like and it's dusk, so like the storm's starting to come down a little bit. But I see the chain link fence and take the right and start heading down, and it's like a couple football fields. By the time I get to the end of it, the rain's fully down, and we're getting that soft light dust is turning into like this thick mud that's just completely caked the tires. They're just bald. Like I can't. The traction's not there. And I get to the end, and there is no gate, and so I'm like, oh shit. Nobody's like communicating with me on text. I don't have like signal for some reason. And I get out of the truck, and I'm feeling like this is my Dennis Nedry moment. I'm gonna like die out here, and like the Dilophosaurus is gonna get me. Managed to get the truck to like turn around and head back the other way. How, I still don't know. Like it was sinking into this stuff.
It's a big truck.
It's a big truck. It's like a box truck it's like a U-Haul, but it's like it's a 14-foot or something like that. It's not like massive. It's not massive, but it's not like small. It's certainly top heavy. So when I start taking the truck back, the trouble ultimately is that the road has this like angle to it. It's like this. So if I drive straight down that thing, the truck's gonna slide to the side and like turn over. So I end up actually driving the truck like diagonally. So we're sort of Tokyo drifting down like a football and a half field, and I've just got like my hand on the thing, like as though my weight's gonna do anything to balance it, and just hoping it's like, who's gonna be like, hey guys, sorry, a million, like whatever the camera stuff's worth, and also everybody go home, I did it. Shoot's over. But I make it down the thing, get onto the road again, and go a little bit further down. There's another opening in the chain link fence just on the other side of the building that they're waiting at and going like, where is this dude? It turned out I needed to go through the one that didn't look like it was cut through the fence. Landed, made it safe, and then like immediately went to the bar where all the like higher ups are discussing like all the serious stuff about the job, and I like get a tequila and a shot of tequila, and I'm like, oh my god, this kind of thing, the kind of news nobody wants to hear at the start of the thing. That's like your bad omens at the top of things. But I got the ball across the finish line as my end up, into the end zone, as it were. So
that would you consider that you're part of the PA work?
That was camera PA stuff. Yeah, you kind of wear a lot of hats.
And then, because budget and all that stuff. What made you qualified to drive that thing?
Somebody liked me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean it's there's all sorts of sizes of camera truck that you get up into and stuff, and when I got here I hadn't driven any of them. I got lucky because people would really just kind of, while I was on set, throw me a set of keys and say, you're driving this to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And I got lucky in that kind of just happened to work its way up in order of size of vehicle. None of them asking whether I'd driven the other ones. It just like turned out I got a transit van, then a Sprinter, then a 1-ton truck, and like I haven't done the 3-ton yet, but
I'm assuming that you don't need special licensing for these.
There's a specific size of it you do, and I haven't driven any of those.
Okay,
ones.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
And for people that don't know what a PA is a production assistant. Basically, they're the lowest of the talent pool when it comes to roles or positions. Right?
Yes,
they get whatever. Oh, you need to go get us coffee, or you need to go get water, or drive this to Y, or I need this from the store, kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, they're the glue that holds it together. They're the private on set. So, Have you done any like set side work?
I do. I am the one that makes these sets happen.
Certainly.
So I'm a writer, producer.
Beautiful.
I want to get into directing, but
absolutely
in time.
Yeah, that short film on your thing, that was you?
Which one?
There was.
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's my short film channel.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I do podcast, and in my downtime I do short films.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know if you're making another one. I'd love to be plugged in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am actually working on something.
Okay, great.
So maybe.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. Who knows?
For sure. Love to make the cut.
anything that happens in this podcast, because you got to remember, this is my world. Here, this is my world.
Certainly.
Out there, you can rule, but
Totally.
here, I get.
I totally understand it. When we step on your set, you're queen of the set. So
Correct.
no problem.
Correct.
I feel like that demonstrates I have the right attitude. Does that get me the pick? Okay.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. No
I'm
promises.
playing hard to get.
I got it.
The crowd doesn't need to know.
So
We'll decide. We'll decide.
Yeah, totally.
No, I mean, driving
It was a
equipment. I mean, that's big, because it's not safe out there. You could crash into anything.
Sure.
You could be robbed.
I'll say that my
all sorts of stuff.
It's true. It certainly was like getting thrown a big ball at a relatively early stage of things, but it also isn't like there's. I'll say that being behind, doing the crew work was always felt like me earning my stripes as opposed to doing the thing I actually wanted to be doing. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I was if I crashed the truck entirely, there's a part of me that would have just been like, okay, I didn't want to be doing this anyway. My first job was at Burger King, and I quit it relatively early. I actually wasn't very good at making the sandwiches, which is a little embarrassing. You're like, you want to quit because you're like bigger than
you think. Well, you think it's easy, but it's really not, because they have a whole bunch of different burgers, and the menu is really big.
It's true.
So you think like, oh, it's just a burger, it has the recipes, and it's so simple. No, it's not.
It's also intimidating to jump on the line and like have people who are just bam 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 getting it done, and I'm like, where do the buns go?
Right, like how do you upside down, or how do you build this thing? You got a whole bunch of condiments and all that stuff, so it's not as easy as you think. I love coffee.
Oh yeah.
I'll never want to be a barista at Starbucks.
Sure.
You know, because you just know, because it looks really hard.
Yeah. There's a lot to it.
Yes.
But I did that for a couple months and I quit, kind of abruptly. And I remember talking to my mom about it and being like, I just out of high school, and I'm like, I'm so sorry I didn't hold it together on this. And she was like, I'm really glad that didn't work out for you, because I would have been sad if you said I wanted to stay at Burger King forever. Like, there's other stuff that I can do in this sort of thing. And so there's a part of me that feels that way about the production thing. It's like, I know that it's not where I'm excited to be, or like I'm not up reading about lighting, and so in a way, if I'd crashed the truck, there's some part of me that would be like, well, it's okay because I didn't want to be doing that anyway. This is permission to the things that have felt like a real big swing have been all performance side of things. Mm-hmm. And some of that was just like doing things like going to karaoke, because that's deciding that you're taking permission to have a moment be about you, which was always like a big no-no in my house. Mm. So do you do karaoke?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
it's brave,
well, for sure. I feel like the drinking is like the excuse for like, I'm gonna like, it's, if you drink enough, then people won't hold it against you that you're actually like doing the diva moment. And so like I totally get it. It was years of like singing in my room and hoping somebody would hear me.
Now, are you a good singer?
I would be humbled, but yes. At the end of the day, do you know Martuni's? There's a piano bar in San Francisco that you can like sing with piano accompaniment, and it's like a karaoke bar, but it's like super intimidating because the people that go there are the people that are like in musical theater. So and like, or they're regulars. The people who work there go up and sing like a couple times a night, so they're really good at it.
I kind of feel like making you sing for me right now.
Yeah.
Can you sing for me right
now? I feel like there's I like a musical accompaniment. It feels like permission.
Gotcha.
It's a little, if we had a thing at some point, we can do it at the tag end of this or something, but
but it's one of those live bars in front of like a whole crowd.
That's
karaoke.
right. Absolutely.
Because I know there's some karaoke's where it's like you go into like a small room with your friends and you just go around and do
it's not that. Yeah, it feels like karaoke hard mode. It's like it's intimidating. I actually had this nice. So that's 2 blocks from my home. My apartment, and I hadn't gone it had been years of working in the city and just like head down. I would wear black all the time. I'd like a lot of facial hair. I looked like a different person, and I was doing all this to kind of keep distance so I wouldn't be like, ooh, I don't know, exposing myself or something to the world, the parts of me that are broken, and which is mostly like the parts where you try and then the world's like, you're not actually as good as you want to be in this thing, and I'm like, I know that hurts, that sucks. but I found this eventually, just kind of like last December, after years of being in this area, I like ended up also on the other end of like some months of doing karaoke, like a little bit at other places. I ended up at Martuni's on recommendation, and the waitress I meet there, like we just hit it off. That's my current girlfriend, Neon, and we had that little like, you know. What's what you know? How's it going? What's your story, stranger? She says, which is such a like good line. It's like, oh, that's fun. And there was a show they were setting up for at that time. I find out when the piano actually starts for people to come up, and I say I'll come back later and do that. She's thinking to herself like, he's not coming back. But I come back in, and like terrifying to me, but it felt like such a movie moment. You can't pass it up to that. I go up the first night I met this woman and go up and do the actual like singing on stage thing, which I'm gonna say, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say I did Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, which is just like such a big like theater student kind of swing, which I wasn't, but is the crowd. So I got the opportunity to spend like a couple weeks over December, like wooing this girl through being in a place where she had no option but to see me stand up and sing romantic songs to her. So, and she's a fantastic singer. So we kind of had this really fun back and forth thing.
I don't know if you want to end up with another artist.
Oh, yeah?
You know, from your parents.
Uh-huh.
I might have to, like... I can't be with you. You're an artist.
Is that
stay away?
I'm sorry. Am I getting an alternate pitch right now? Is that what's happening?
Tell you to be careful.
Yeah,
you don't want to end up being like your parent.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I think that I'm gonna give us a 70-30. I think we've got pretty good odds.
Okay. Well, I just found out that a couple that I was working with for a set that I did sometime this year is no longer together.
Oh.
And on that set, I married 2 couples.
Oh, really?
Fake. Obviously.
Sure. Oh, okay, I didn't know if you were ordained or something.
No, I was going to be to get these people married, but they're not together anymore.
So waste of time. Are you?
No, it was fun.
Sure.
I liked the attention.
Of
I was
course.
nervous as fuck.
Who wouldn't? Oh,
But-
yeah.
So I was gonna do it. I was gonna get ordained, marry them, and I think I was bad luck.
What was the ordaining you were gonna get? Like
Probably online something.
Yeah, sure.
you
Life
know.
Church, something like that. Sure.
Yeah.
I get you. Well, I mean, good on you for making a memorable moment for these folks. You know?
Right.
And being the star of it, if we're being honest.
I was.
There you go.
I was very nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
on
bet.
the interwebs somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of pressure. You have the most words to say. So it's true.
All I said was, "You may now kiss," and that was it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than I do, right? Like, you may now
That's on
kiss.
them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. That was a little bit of acting.
Yeah.
I'm a bad actress.
Well, you're doing the role. Like, you're inhabiting it. Sure.
Right,
It's like,
so.
I don't know that anybody gets to be good without like going and being terrified a bunch. It's
Right.
like how it works.
I mean, I get nervous still doing this podcast.
Sure. Yeah.
like-
I'm terrified right now.
Yeah.
You're terrifying.
Am I really?
No.
No, I'm not.
No, you're very very welcoming actually.
Thank
so
you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I do think that there's I don't know. I've really enjoyed it, the acting stuff I've done. I've got like a couple little small commercials I've been in so far, but it's been mostly like just sort of getting the permission to do the thing.
Would you say you're more corporate or independent?
In terms of like personality or
In terms of
what I actually like.
what you do,
Yeah.
like, work wise?
Well, I mean, I like to say do corporate to pay the bills and independent to pay for my soul or whatever, right? Like,
Independent to pay for your soul.
sure.
I've never heard it like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, nobody got into this because they wanted to do a great coffee commercial or whatever. I mean, maybe there's some fun coffee commercials. People like coffee. Or, I don't know, payment solutions app, right?
Yeah.
So it's, I wouldn't, even if I had, obviously, even if I had everything together and was like paying the bills, I wouldn't be happy. Just like, I really like the idea of like supporting the little fun productions, and like being in the horror movies, and it doesn't really matter about the budget so much as the opportunity to do it and bring, because you have to treat every like opportunity on screen as like the moment anyways. have fun with it. Enjoy the show. Right?
Yeah. Except for if you're the one putting on the show.
Yeah.
Budget matters.
Yes. Yes, that is.
But if you're the one being hired, I mean, go at it.
I would think you'd like that I wouldn't care about the budget for my side of things. I'm like,
well, that's my job, to have you not worry about any of that.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
my worry.
I think it's an attractive quality in me that I am not negotiating on my own behalf.
Yeah. So, what are you working on next?
Well, let's see. I mean, I'm gaffing for an indie flick next week.
Gaffing is
doing lighting, yeah.
Lights. Mm-hmm. Fancy word, because this is for the everyday
Sure.
community people.
This
you
is
know,
all
my
in
friends, our family.
Shop talk, I guess.
So they don't really know.
Yeah, you got in the lighting department. You've got your the gaffer, which I guess is like old man. That's like what it translates to, right? Is in charge. And the person, like his second in command is the best boy. So if you ever wonder what that is on the credits, that's what that is.
Same as a water boy.
Kind of. You're carrying like orders around more. You're like, gaffer decides we need these lights here and here. Best boy goes and actually gets the people and says, you do this, you do that, and like they put, and then the grips and electrical technicians and the G&E crew, grip and electric, actually like put everything together. Technically, a grip, which is most of what I've done, is the people that like set up, they shape the light. So you got there's all these sub crews and stuff. It gets complicated, but short version is I'm in charge of the lighting for admittedly a small thing. It's an indie flick. It's a great place to like, skin your knee and like learn. And then after that I'm gripping, which is like I'm a little lower down the totem pole for CBS 48 hours or 48 minutes. What is it? 48 hours? It's one of those. They all blur together for me.
Wait, the show?
The show, yeah.
I think it's minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
60 minutes and 48 hours. One of those.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Too long.
60 minutes.
Too long.
It's one of those things. I'm doing a CBS thing.
Gotcha.
After that. And then I've got a couple days acting in a commercial that I shot earlier this month. They did a pilot of it, and then they really liked the performance, so we're doing 3 more days, which is really cool. So that, and at some point I'm going to try to put together this voiceover demo reel that I've been sitting on. It's turned from being like building the voiceover booth in your room so you can save money, and then that turns into the 40,000 different things that I need to fix about my room. So maybe I'm just getting caught up in doing too many things at once right now.
Sounds like you're really busy.
Trying to. It's been, it feels like it's after years of like doing nothing, to be honest. I spent a lot of time doing the like panic, like getting off work and then sort of panicking about not being anywhere near where I wanted to be in my life, and then just sort of self-soothing, so video games or whatever. It's hard to break out of that. Takes a lot of work, and it always feels like there's going to be some epiphany that just like fixes it, but it turns out it's always like it was like changing very small things one at a time, and then like over time it just like you wake up and you're like, oh, things are different, and I'm not panicking as much, and I have things that feel good to engage in that don't like sustain the cycle, that kind of thing.
I kind of feel like that all the time, where I feel like I'm not getting where I need to be fast enough.
Sure. Yeah. It's hard to like feel okay about the process. Yeah. It's
because everybody's journey is so different.
It's true.
Even when it comes to like gaffing, right? Your style is different than somebody else's.
Sure. And the speed that you go through this stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To do the same job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah, but like the speed to like change, to grow and change as a person, to get where you want to be is at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to adopt the attitude of like, if I allow myself to enjoy the process, I'll do that, because I would miss, you're never going to have that day again. And you can like go, oh, I wish I'd enjoyed more the stuff where I was doing at low stakes and like there wasn't $1 million budget that you have to worry about. And
I'm going to put you in a scenario. You're an actor, right?
Shoot.
Right now. Mm-hmm. Your boss is right there. Your boss is right there.
Yeah.
And you got to tell him that he's pissing you off because he's being a cunt. How would you act that out right now?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you in private, and I have some concerns that I think would really help out the production if if you want to just like work with me a minute, the energy in here is like, we're really, I think, focusing on the right things, but there's a way we can go about it that's going to make sure we get our day and don't like have any hurt feelings, if you see what I mean. Anyway, I'm just playing, obviously bullshitting. If you, I mean, like what? If you're telling a boss like that they're pissing you off because they're being an asshole, you go in prepared to leave the job, right? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, and there's certain scenarios where everybody involved is like high enough, like stakes or whatever, the stakeholders in the thing, that you can have that kind of fight and still like that's Hollywood, right? Like that's.
I mean, if somebody in my cast were to tell me, I'm being an asshole or something, I'll listen to them.
Sure, but like, is it helpful if they say that you're an asshole, or do they need you? I would imagine you want it
obviously
to be put away as constructive. Right?
Constructive.
Sure. So
but
then,
you're right.
So then you do it a bullshit
You're right.
way, right?
You're right. Because if they came to me straight up and said you're being an asshole, I might be defensive.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I wouldn't do it as weaselly as what I was doing there, but there's an element of pragmatism to, like, what outcome are you after? And in the case of this, presumably, they're harshing the vibes. You really want to be able to, like, bring an element of play to performance if you can. You want to be able to, like, share what you enjoy about the thing, and if you're not enjoying it, it's harder. So... yeah, you do it in a way that's not gonna. Everybody's sort of like playing around each other's ego. It's like you can't do this in front of the crew because then they can't back down or they'll be seen as not being a good leader. So you bring them to the side, and you go like.
That's a good thing you said. The first thing you said is, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" Because you can't really approach, or you shouldn't approach them in front of everybody.
Because it becomes a political thing, and in an elemental way, in the sense that it's threatening their power, which you can't do that if you actually want what you're after.
So you're smart.
We try.
You're smart.
I mean, like. It's I think everybody learns this stuff when they go and do it the wrong way enough times, right?
You would think.
Yeah, also that's
I'm learning the hard way.
Yeah?
Because I don't like to listen.
Okay. Is that...
I get myself in hard situations.
Oh, yeah. Example?
I don't have a job right now.
Oh, okay, sure. Was that a similar thing of like you're an asshole to the boss kind of situation, or...
No, I'm not an asshole to the boss. It's more like...
telling them that.
I'm more like too honest.
Okay.
Or... I open my mouth too much, and then people like to say things, and then it gets me in trouble because I have a big mouth. Interesting.
Okay. I guess that's. Do you have a specific? I'd love a little color in that.
Off air, maybe, not on air.
Okay, sure. Well, I'll keep a pin in that. Then. I'll look forward to that.
Because it's still being under development. The story has not been finished.
Ooh. That's exciting. I'm hoping in a good way. Okay.
Definitely very turning point in my life. My career.
Righto. Well, I mean, you've got one more person rooting for you, so.
Thank you.
Yes. I hope it carries any kind of weight.
The vibes are vibing.
We'll do it. Yeah. Good. Transmitting vibes.
Yes. Yes, that's always good.
Yeah. So what's new next for you then? Any projects coming up?
Yeah, I have one in the works. It's a short film called Pickup.
Pickup, okay.
Yeah, it's called Pickup, and I'm hoping to shoot it in September.
Cool. Can I get a little synopsis? Tagline?
It's about the main character is in a relationship, and she gets on an Uber, and she falls asleep and wakes up in a park with this pickup driver instead of Uber.
Okay, that's called
trademark.
Sure. Gotcha.
And she encounters some aliens.
Okay.
And after that, I don't really know.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to go along for the ride.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Maybe I get to play an alien and do the beep boop.
Down.
Yeah,
Down.
we'll find somebody to do the makeup. It'll be fun. You get the great face paints. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what would be your take of like the alien look? I'm curious.
I used AI.
Oh, okay, sure.
So it's kind of like a alien, but it has multiple hands with like different kinds of like graffiti on its body. But I haven't worked with the designer of the alien that's gonna do this for the set.
Sure.
So I don't really know what he has in mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna do my version or a different version of it. We're meeting Monday to discuss all the details. So
yeah,
we'll see how
what's
that
this
goes.
person's background as far as like this sort of design?
I haven't met him. My director's the one that's bringing most of the crew in. So.
Oh, okay. And do they have like? I'm curious about I haven't really been plugged into the local indie scene very much. Are these folks that like normally come up from LA or?
Well, this person is in Modesto.
Okay.
He's
That's good. It's a little more. It's more local than LA, at least. You know?
Yeah. It's you wouldn't think of Modesto. It's kind of like a Central Valley kind of thing.
But I think
middle of nowhere.
I don't.
LA.
Sure. Yes, that's the thing. It's like people think of LA and New York. I get it.
But in the level of success or like Hollywood, I'm not.
You're not chasing that?
Well, it's not that I'm not chasing that. It's just that I'm not even there.
Oh, sure. I do think that it's, I think a lot of my life I spent trying to not go to LA, and I'm still kind of doing that. Some of that's perfectionism. I'm like, oh, I need to fix these things about myself before it's a safe bet to take. Mm-hmm. But there's also something to be said for like just doing it, right? Because you're going to be surrounded by people. The opportunities are just so much thicker in the air. You're going to get people that are like, that do the thing and are willing to do it for cheap or free just because it's doing something, and you're going to get the productions. There's just like so much more of that community in that space, which it's hard to argue against. Yes, right now it's a crazy thing. There's tons of people coming up.
It's competitive.
Super competitive. Of course it is. Yeah, it is the human pyramid for sure. And I think to some degree the thing there is like defining what your version of success is before you go there. I think is pretty important because there's lots of versions where you can come out the other side and go like, okay, now I can do what I can teach acting. It's been 10 years and I haven't made a sustainable living. So what do you do? But if you're the kind of person, or if you've come to your mind that outcome is still success, then like the stakes aren't so bad. I'm still figuring that out for myself. And like there's versions of things. I think that the Bay Area has like this really lovely, like I like the atmosphere here. I love the weather. It feels like the quality of life, the sort of use of time is really great. If I go down to the Bay and I work where I'm at, I go down to LA and work in crew, I'm going to be like doing 12-hour days for less money and 5 days a week minimum or whatever. So I'll be busy and I'll be making money, but I won't have free time to like pursue other stuff as much. It'll be a lot more of a grind. Whereas here, like the work's really sporadic, or comparatively can be really sporadic. I've had months where there's just nothing showing up, and that can be scary. That's like trying to pull the plane out of the nosedive at the end of like, okay, what's going to happen here? And then you're hoping for a call to show up, and that's your career is hoping calls show up. That sucks.
Yeah.
But then on the good times, it's like I get a lot of free time, and it's hard to not like place a premium on that to a certain degree. At the end of the day, though, the ladder only goes so high here. Like, if I want to be involved in big productions, if I want to be doing something that's not just commercials or teeny indie stuff, like, if I want to be constantly working in acting and trying, like, constantly, like, swinging out auditions, it's LA, it's New York, right? So, or Chicago. I mean, there's places, of course. But
right.
I will say that right now I'm kind of wrestling with that in my head. There's a part of me that's going like, let's put it on the board that you're in LA by the end of the year and see what that does in terms of making things happen. Getting away from that perfectionist thing that's had me doing that, like spiraling for so long.
Well, I want to bring LA to the Bay.
Would love that.
Because it's not about where you're located. It's about the talent and the hunger.
Yeah.
And money, because money speaks.
Let's be honest.
It's money because if the distribution, all the bigger stuff, the sponsorships, everything, it's all money.
Yeah,
the marketing, all of it.
It's true. It's like the infrastructure and the financing is down there, which is why it's like the thing. Like you can rent equipment for much cheaper there because there's so much more of it and it's working all the time. And then there's places here that rent equipment and they are charging you for the days that stuff is not working because they have to make their overheads, right? So it's like can be twice as expensive to do anything. So it's and again, like people. I agree. I like the thing. I like supporting and want to support like the small like industries of this stuff. The indie stuff, obviously, great. But I like I said, that's still some stuff I'm wrestling with in my head. There's a version of things where I decide that my end game is just like to survive while doing creative stuff, and I don't really mind. Like I don't need to get anywhere in particular with that. It's still just a victory to live.
If you keep going, you're gonna get attention eventually.
Okay.
So, like they can't miss you.
Well,
you know what I mean? You can't eventually.
Sure.
You're going to get the attention because if you're always working, you're going to get somewhere.
Sure. I mean, like some of that is, you show up, you have a good idea and you like are on time and like you're going to be beating everyone else by like, if you just show up and consistently like hit that.
I don't even think it's about showing up. It's about being unique.
Okay.
It's about doing above and beyond what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Steve Martin, be so good they can't ignore you. I like that. It's a good.
Which I don't see much of that in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
that's also. It's just hard to like. The people with the hunger went to the place where the fire's at. They're not chasing the smoke. It's and that doesn't mean that it's not here. You can't start your own fires. It's just a different thing.
It's just a lot. The timing is a lot different. The volume is not going to be as fast.
Yeah, I mean it's a different game. You have to build your own thing, not like most people who I think are, everybody watches a movie, they want to be the stars and stuff like that, and the easiest thing is to go somewhere where
it's already
built. Where they could just walk into that and have it happen.
Nobody wants to help build it.
It's that's its own dream, right? Like, and it also takes bleeding your life's blood in the ground in the same way. Both of them take that, but they get different payouts for it. Mm-hmm. So like, and they can't replicate each other, right? Like the people, this is helpful too, because like everybody gets wherever they're going in life, and then there's something else that they're envying. Like, my mom was a working artist. She like painted murals and faux finishes, and eventually she's gotten to be like teaching classes and this kind of thing. But she made her living for decades just doing art, which is a victory on its own, right? In a small town especially, it's just like, who gets to do that? And she has a friend who married well and is like jet setting and going to Spain and this kind of thing. And they both envy each other because my mom wants to travel to Spain, and it's like this light, beautiful life in certain ways, materially. And then her friend is like trying to sort of prove an authenticity that or like the self-made part of things that she hasn't earned in that same way. So like, but they both like, neither of them is willing to compromise because they like their situation, which is fine. You can't really do both. My sister really likes that thing too of doing the self-starter thing, and there is a real pride, I think, in being able to like go from choosing like a vision to going through all the broken bones and blood and sweat of like achieving it, like making something real. There's genuine like real value and pride in that. So like another reason I'm like betting on, so really thrilled to see you going to bat for this kind of thing and creating stuff locally is fantastic.
So I'm very sacrificing.
Sure. Yes.
Not easy what I'm doing at all.
No.
So.
Yeah. I get that.
Any final words before we leave?
Support your local artists. I'd love to see you going to the shows locally. There are small artists that are putting on really great events that are making keeping the Bay weird in the ways that matter, and trying to keep hold of the spirit and see this thing like revive into the fun place that it looked like on TV when I was growing up. So,
Where can they follow? Where can they find you? Unless you don't want to be found.
Yeah, right now my Instagram's just for me, but I'll put one out there.
He doesn't want to be found. So with that, subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you next time.